My Young and the Restless fans, we got another one to talk about. Mariah and Tessa could have their baby by February. Victoria reluctantly joined the boys in Chelsea for dinner. And Devon is disappointed when Jill refuses to dissolve the merger. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for January 19th, and without any further ado, let's talk about this episode. So we start off where we left off over at Devon's penthouse, where Lily tells Devon that she and Jill understand his personal reasons for wanting to take his company back. But Jill is determined to move ahead with that IPO. And if they split up the companies, it will crush the success of their offering. So they are rejecting Devon's bid to dissolve the merger. And Devon was like, okay, cool. I guess you're going to make this get ugly. And she tells him, wait, that's not necessary, but he sees no way out. Lily gives him her bid to rebrand the company and then buy him out. She goes on to say that that will give him the chance to create a brand new company with no acrimony. And he paces and he sighs, and it's hard for him to see how this benefits him. She and Jill aren't giving up anything, and she points out that she's given up the chance to work with him. Now, she's sure if they go to court, it will be negative against the company and affect their relationship. And then Devon accuses her of holding his company hostage and making a professional disagreement into a personal one. They rehash how things have changed since that whole merger. She insists that this is not a bad deal. I totally disagree. And he doesn't care about the money, though. And she thinks that he should focus on building a whole new legacy than fighting a lawsuit that he might lose. Lily encourages him to think it all over. Whatever they do next is going to change their lives. They should do something that would make their dad proud. And then Lily saw herself out. I 110% agree with Devon. Why does he have to start over and then you walk away with all of the spoils that he created because you don't want to let him out? Let him buy his company back. You have Chancellor, run Chancellor with Jill, and keep it moving. So now we're over at Crimson Lights, where we see Sharon is startled when Abby shows up there and asks for forgiveness over the scene she made with Chance a few days ago. Sharon assures her that she's still fond of her and she knows they had a rough few years and she's not planning to discuss her personal life with anyone. Tessa and Mariah show up and Sharon welcomes them back, asking how did things go over with the potential birth mom. And they tell her all about Delphine and why she decided adoption was the best thing for her and the baby. And she had a million questions for them too. They had several meetings. They went to the zoo and got to know each other. It was all scary yet exciting. And then they had news that Delphine agreed to let them adopt the baby. And Sharon is thrilled and started hugging them. They get hugs from Abby too. There's still a million more hurdles to clear, but the two of them just want to celebrate their good fortune today. And they are armed for the worst, but are hoping for the best. Holding Tessa's hand, Mariah says that no matter what, they're going to have a child eventually. And Abby says this is just like when they got together to have Dominic. Having Dom made Mariah realize she really wanted a child, and Tessa wants nothing more to have one with her. And then, of course, they share an embrace. As Sharon and Tessa got coffee, Mariah noticed something off about Abby. She looks upset, and they step outside the patio to talk. Abby explains that things have got a little complicated with Chance, and they're getting a divorce. Mariah is not happy to hear about that. Abby recalls how she gave her their child, and Mariah assures her that they will still be amazing co-parents and family. Abby wishes her and Tessa the best, saying that they will be amazing moms. And on her way out, Abby did get a text from Devon asking if she's free. Mariah then joined Tessa and Sharon, and they chat about the meetings with the mom and all of the complicated emotions that they have. And the father is on board with the adoption. Delphine seems determined. They told her all about their relationship and family in Genoa City, and there are all sorts of legal questions that they have for Christine. And then they tell Sharon that the baby is due by the end of February. So back over at Devon's penthouse, Abby arrives after his text, and she tells him Mariah and Tessa's good news about the baby. And Devon is glad that something good is happening to somebody at least. He went on to explain the deal that Jill and Lily offered him, and she points out that empires have been built on a lot less. And if he took the deal, he could make his sister happy and start something brand new. Okay, what about what Devon wants? However, he says the company is invaluable because he created it with Neil. Now, she doesn't think that leaving it will break his connection to his father. Neil will always be a part of his life, and he should make his decision based on his future and not his past. And he doesn't know what he sees when he thinks about the future and can't see how a new company will compare. He's afraid he might fail. She points out, well, but you could also succeed. Whatever choice he does make, he's not alone. And they hold hands, and he notes that she took off her ring, and she admits that she feels with uncertainty. And he tells her she won't have to face it alone, and they share a kiss. So now Lily is over at Society where she bumps into Billy. Now he's waiting for his pizza and tell her this doesn't have to be awkward unless we want it to be. Now when he tells her he's taking it to dinner at Chelsea's, she's polite. She admits that she's having a tough week, but it's not his problem. He knows things are over between them, but if she needs someone to lean on, he wants to be that person. And she takes a seat and complains nothing is going right in her life right now. And he says that we might not have lasted, but they still have something. He also asked about her problems with Devon. And it looked like Nate was right and Devon just want to be a lone wolf. Now, Lily is stuck in an empty office, according to her, and Billy tells her that she's done amazing things for the company. She should be proud of what she accomplished. And Billy says this is her golden opportunity, and she looks kind of confused by that statement. Billy explains that she is at her strongest when her back is against the wall, and he's sure that she will rise to greater heights when she doesn't have to mediate with her family. He ends by saying Devon is going to get over it and their bond will survive, and she hopes so, and thanks him for the pep talk. As he leaves, he offers her any help she needs, and she was like, you know what, I got this. Sitting alone, though, she looks at a picture of herself with Neil and Devon. So now we're over at Chelsea's place, and Johnny and Victoria shows up to bring Johnny over to see Connor. Now, after the boys go back and forth, they're throwing shots at each other, especially with Connor calling him pretty much an old fogey. They head off to the kitchen. And then Chelsea asks Victoria if Johnny can stay for a movie after dinner. And Victoria says, we got to play it by ear. And of course, Chelsea then guesses that she is not happy about any of this. And so after sitting down, Victoria admits she wanted to refuse to let her son come, but she knew that would disappoint Johnny, so she gave in. She's still very uncomfortable with this whole situation overall. However, Victoria won't stop her son from seeing Chelsea, but she feels very protective of him. And she can't forget how devastated he was when he learned that she was his biological mom. And all of this is just moving too fast for her. Now, Chelsea understands and knows how she blindsided her by pushing this. She really appreciates her letting her be the slightest pat of Johnny's life. Promising that they are on the same side, she assures Victoria that she doesn't want to take her place as a mom in her son's life. And then Billy shows up, surprised that Victoria is still there, and the ladies assure him, you know what, everything is all good, all is well. Chelsea then extends an invitation to Victoria to stay for dinner. The kids rush over and Victoria reluctantly agrees to stay. Now, after they have dinner, Connor suggests that Katie comes for dinner next time, as that is his cousin and Johnny's sister. Now, Victoria decides, oh, okay, all is good, but, it's time for me to go. And she agrees to let Johnny stay a little while for the movie. And on her way out, she thanked Chelsea for dinner, but she leaves fast. And outside of the door, she looks very concerned and worried and feel isolated. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, January 19th, 2023. Stay tuned for the bold and the beautiful recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.